Hey everyone, welcome back to another stream. Today I have something special, a playthrough of Metroid for the NES, but on a Super Nintendo. This is a conversion that was done by a fellow who goes by the name Infidelity over on Twitter. He's done previous conversions of DuckTales and the original Legend of Zelda to the Super Nintendo, and he's currently working on a Mega Man 1 conversion as well as of doing this stream. By the time a lot of you guys watch this, it'll probably already be out, and maybe I'll play that down the road. But the other thing that's special about this is it's not just a straight conversion. He's added lots of quality of life improvements. For instance, you have an auto map now, which is really cool. You can bring up a map on the screen so you don't get lost, because Metroid 1 is infamous for players getting lost in it. You also have multiple soundtracks, which in some cases takes advantage of the MSU1, which you'll need either an emulator or an FPGA replication solution like the Mr. FPGA, or a more advanced Super Nintendo flash cart like the SD to SNES or FX Pack Pro. And it's got some other cool quality of life improvements as well. Like I think the instruction manual to this says that you can hold down the R button, and when you fire, you'll just shoot missiles, so you don't have to hit select to cycle through your missiles. Which is nice, and, but yeah, this should be a good time. I don't really keep up with, you know, ROM hacks and ports and stuff like that, but this one definitely caught my eye because of the quality of life improvements and the fact that I haven't actually played through the original Metroid in like 5 or 6 years, which was a stream I did here a long time ago. So I figured, hey, this would be a nice short and sweet stream, maybe about 2 hours long, if that. Because with the auto map, I shouldn't really have too much trouble getting through the game. Last time I had to like really hardcore memorize the whole thing, and it's been a while, so I definitely don't have it memorized anymore. But yeah, I figured this would be a good stream for a good Saturday night or Sunday night, and yeah, I get to show off this pretty cool port. So, for anybody curious on how to obtain this, I have links to Infidelity's different social medias, like his Twitter, Ko-fi or Coffee or whatever, and Patreon. And he's got links in each of those places to directly download this, and then you just load it into a flash card, or again, an FPGA solution like the Mister, or you load it into a, you know, a software emulator that supports MSU1. And yeah, you can have yourself a good time with classic Metroid. So, before we actually start here, what I wanted to do is actually run a poll. You actually have 4 different soundtracks. This is the original Famicom Disk System soundtrack. Then you've got the Metroid Zero Mission soundtrack from Game Boy Advance. And then we have a orchestral soundtrack. And then we have the original NES soundtrack as well. So what I'm going to do is actually run a poll in chat. I think you have to be subscribed to my channel to access chat as a countermeasure to bots. So I'm gonna add a poll. Let's see, which soundtrack do we use? NES Original, Famicom Disk System, GBA Zero Mission, and then the orchestral. So we're gonna go ahead and start a poll, and that's gonna run for, I don't know how long it runs, but I guess I can end it whenever I want. But there we go, polls in the chat. So if anyone wants to chime in on that, go ahead and do that. There's quite a few options here. Leo says, when did I get an SD to SNES? I got it back in early December. It was actually a gift from one of my longtime viewers. He sent me a care package of goodies, including a SD to SNES. Now it is a, I think it's a clone. It's not an original SD to SNES, but it still functions perfectly fine. And yeah, so I've been messing around with Super FX on it, as well as MSU1 stuff for a couple weeks now. It's been pretty fun, so. You know, Banu, it is kind of funny, but every time you mention Blazing Star, I am less likely to ever play Blazing Star again on my channel, so. I do love Blazing Star. It's one of my favorite Neo Geo shmups. But hey, DG, I see you out there. I see FPS Fanatic back. I see Carl, Trevor Student, and of course there was Steve-O. Let's see who else was out there while this poll goes on. Carlos R, Freddie Voorhees, Mike J, and Shane Sawyer. Welcome everybody to the stream. Oh, Leos's Infidelity also has a Discord with download links of each. Okay, cool. Matt Kitts, welcome to the stream. I did actually, some of his links on his Patreon and his Ko-fi or Ko-fi are out of date. So anyone going looking for these, I had to actually search for them on archive.org. Just like Metroid, not Metroid. The Metroid one, actually, he posted it on Twitter just recently, so that link is actually up to date. But like the DuckTales and Zelda, I had to search like Zelda Infidelity, and then you'll find the latest version on archive.org. Some of his links are actually to older revisions, which he doesn't host anymore, apparently, so he just hosts the latest revision. This is revision E. I don't know if there are going to be further updates on this, but if anybody has seen this in an earlier form, this is going to have some slight differences. Hey, listen to Motorhead, welcome back. It's all good, Steve-O. You don't have to apologize. Yeah, Steve-O was like, oh man, I'm terrible at Super Metroid. I can't wait to see it. I'm like, oh, this isn't Super Metroid. It is Metroid on Super Nintendo, but it's not Super Metroid. Not, well, I mean, it kind of is. I'm like, see, this could get really confusing really fast. Hey, Nick Matthews, welcome back. And looks like the poll is still running. Seriously, guys? Okay, you know what? I shouldn't have even given the NES original an option. Like, one of the benefits to this is using a different soundtrack. Otherwise, I can just play the NES original. You know what? Screw this. Let me just turn this off. Let me just pop in my original Metroid cart. No, we don't need the auto map. Who needs that? Yeah, I shouldn't have actually put the option for the NES original. Alright, you guys that voted NES original, change your vote. Yeah, at the very least, I want to run the Famicom Disk System soundtrack. Yeah, part of the purpose of doing the MSU1 hacks is to not use the original soundtrack, because, you know, the quality of life differences do make a big difference, but, you know, I definitely want to use a different soundtrack. So, I'm glad you guys haven't all gone with the orchestral soundtrack, though, because that seems to be the one that everybody picks. I've seen a couple of, like, long plays and playthroughs of this, and they all do the orchestral soundtrack, and so I've kind of, like, heard it already. Carlos' Famicom soundtrack. Hey, Agent G, welcome to the stream. Still lurking my great channel from London. Oh, hell yeah. It's late over there for you Londoners. Carl says it's your channel, just run the Famicom Disc soundtrack anyway. I will do the Famicom Disc soundtrack unless either of the other two options go over that. Because I haven't heard the Zero Mission soundtrack in, like, I swear, it's probably been about 13 years. I haven't played through that game in a long, long time. Nick says he hasn't heard the Famicom one yet. Okay. Okay. Well, Famicom is in the lead of the other two options. Or other three options, sorry. Have I checked out Super Road Blaster yet on this? I don't know if Super Road Blaster is on here, but I'll check later tonight, Leo. I plan on doing some SNES stuff over on Twitch afterwards tonight. Alright, I'm gonna just give the poll a couple more seconds. I gotta go do something real quick. I will be right back. Alright guys, so it looks like it is... We're gonna do the Famicom Disk System soundtrack. Yeah, I'm a dick. I shouldn't have put the NES original soundtrack in there. I wasn't thinking far enough ahead. So we're gonna do the Famicom Disk System soundtrack. This will be my first time hearing this. Yeah, and if you select this, it'll actually bring up a menu telling you what it is. And if you hit B, you can go back. Yeah, it's cool that you the Game Boy Advance soundtrack. It's using the MSU1. And it looks like they're using some kind of sound emulator for the NES and Famicom version, and the orchestral soundtrack is obviously going to be using the MSU1. VG Music Revisited. All right, let's go ahead and do that. Oh, Leo says the Famicom Disk System version is MSU1 as well. Okay, interesting. Thanks for the heads up on that. Oh, so Leo says you can actually play this without MSU1, but you're stuck to the NES-only soundtrack. Okay, interesting. I guess you still have the quality of life improvements then. Okay, see, that's actually quite interesting. I didn't do a lot of reading on this. I did pull up the included README just to see how I access the menu and stuff like that. But, yeah, it's great to know that you can just run this on like a regular flash cart, but you're limited to the original game and soundtrack. I mean, I guess you still get the quality of life improvements, but you're stuck with the original music. Hey, Cedar Valley, welcome back. How's your dishwasher or washing machine doing? Or was it a dryer? I don't remember. Cedar Valley made a Twitter post like he had like dissected one of his home appliances, and I was like, oh, jeez, I don't think I could do that. Or maybe I could. I don't know. I troubleshoot pinball machines. Alright. Let's go ahead and start. Yeah, so you can still use your password. Saving from the password will overwrite file 3. It was a dryer. It's all good now. Hell yeah. Let's go ahead and register our name. So, Freddy, I don't think Sir is gonna fit here, but I can still at least do YouTube. Ever since our Diablo 2 stream, Freddy's been calling our characters here Sir YouTube. Because when you beat Diablo 2, it labels your character as Sir Character, whatever your name is. But yeah. Oh man, this is gonna be cool. Too bad there's not a widescreen patch for this? Okay, yeah, so X allows us to bring this up. It's like Super Metroid, that's awesome. And we hit start to save. And hit X to exit. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if widescreen support could really be done without compromising visual quality, because the Super Nintendo already uses such a low resolution. So yeah, I don't even know if widescreen would really be worthwhile. Yeah, so you only start with 30 hit points. And enemies will drop health refills, just like that. Looks like those only give us 5 apiece. Man, it's been a while since I played this game. Holy crap. It's been quite a while. I mean, I still know a lot about this game, like how the mechanics work and stuff like that. You know, you do have variable jump height. You can do, like, little jumps like this. If you just jump from a standstill, what ends up happening is you can just do this regular jump, which is actually very useful, and then if you hold forward, you'll do spinning jump. So I actually like, a lot of the times I jump in this game, I just like stand still and then I jump. because the spin can kind of like mess with you a little bit. Yeah, we'll see how quickly I readapt to this game, because again, like I said, I haven't played this in a long time, and the last time I did play it, it was for a YouTube stream, many years ago. It was like 2016 or 2017, I think, is when I did it, so it's been a while. And I think there's an E-tank up there, which we can actually save for later, apparently. I actually did watch a Metroid sort of retrospective more recently from the Geek Critique. Very good retro, sort of retrospective style channel. Focuses mostly on retro games. And he did one recently on the original Metroid, and so that actually kind of, I think, helped reinvigorate my interest in the game for a updated YouTube stream. But this is another reason why I like just doing the standing jump, because you can actually like move up these platforms a lot faster. A lot of people I watch videos from, I see them doing this number, and it's like, okay, yeah, that's a little bit slower. You know, you can actually get up here a little bit quicker. And I think I actually need missiles for this. Let's see. Yep. Yeah, so you need missiles for that. I haven't gotten the missiles yet. Not worth even trying to kill those guys right now. So I'm gonna go up here, just for people that haven't played this before. This is kind of our end goal, is to get, to be able to access this top area. And that's it, can't go any higher. And since I only have 54 hit points, I'm gonna try to kill as many enemies as I can within reason, just to get my my HP back up. So it caps out at 99. And then you get energy tanks. And I think you can hold up to 6 energy tanks in this one. I believe it's 6. And I think there's actually, based on one of the videos I watched recently, there's actually, I think, 8 tanks total, but only 6 count towards your overall, you know, backup. And if you already have 6 energy tanks, what'll end up happening is, oh! Wow, you need missiles just to get there too. Jeez. Okay. The energy tanks will just give you all your health back. They'll refill all 6 tanks for you, which is nice. Nice little trick. I didn't actually know about that trick until I watched the Geek Critique's updated retrospective on the original game here. I'm actually kind of like getting motivated to play just classic Metroid again. Not just this, but like Metroid 2, Samus Returns. I haven't beaten that game since the 90s. So maybe we'll see that on my channel sooner rather than later. Alright, let's go here. Carl says he started Tunic. It's pretty fun so far. Very nice, man. Oh, geez. Dragon Breath says he wants to see an AM2R stream. Yeah, that will be, who knows about that one? I've never played it, so... Alright, let's just go through here. Alright, we should probably figure out how to pull up the map, too. And, okay. We hit X, A, from here is the map. Okay, very nice. So, yeah, we're gonna go... There's probably a missile somewhere here. I don't remember exactly where it is, but... You know, some of your main core power-ups are just pretty early in the game, but they are crucial. And actually, let's go ahead and do that again, and save it. We will constantly save it. A lot of these flying guys I just don't really care about right now. I actually used to play this game a lot as a kid, and I would try to kill everything I saw. Oh yeah, no, Tony, I know, AM2R looks amazing, but... it seems like it's a pretty long game, and I kind of want to go back and do some of the shorter Metroids first. like the original Metroid 2. I don't think that game is, like, too terribly long. I should be able to, like, learn it again fairly quickly. Also, my brother loaned me a copy of Metroid Dread, so I will be starting that up in the next week or two, maybe even later this weekend. I'm trying to debate if I want to do a blind stream of that on YouTube, because I've heard it's like a 10-hour long playthrough. Alright, there's our first E-Tank. Leo asks, have I come across the palette selection? I have not. Let me go ahead and pause it here. Pull up the README. So... Leo, I'm not seeing anything about a palette change. I'm looking at the README right now for the latest version. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything about palette changes, Leo. It's paused and toggling with left and right arrows. Hey, Dragon Breath, thank you for that. My donation towards the AM2R stream. Alright, well, let me do what he says. Pause it. Yeah, it's not doing anything, Leo. Sorry. Yeah, the README doesn't say anything about it, so I would assume if it doesn't say anything about that, then it's probably not in here. Let's see. We're gonna be using the map a lot, I think. That's right, that takes us all the way back down. Yeah, the map actually makes life a whole lot easier. It's like, I don't even have to rely on memorization on that much. Now, I still know where some of the power-ups are. And unfortunately, I'm probably gonna need missiles for this, too. Also, apparently, you can use the L button to lock yourself into place, so you can moonwalk. It's kind of interesting. I don't know if I'm going to really use that, but that's neat. And actually, I don't think I can actually get up here vertically. Isn't this the part where I'd have to... I think I have to have the ice beam. Yep. I remember that. Alright, so we have to go back. And my cats are trying to kill themselves, and it's distracting. Guys, could you stop killing yourself, please? Hey! Okay, I guess it's just Milo... Milo's just making all sorts of noises. I thought my other cat was in here with him. But no. He's just restless right now. Yeah, no kitty cam today. I was kind of lazy getting this stream going. I actually wasn't even sure if I was going to stream today, because I did work much of the day. But I was like, yeah, it's Metroid. It's short. It's not very long. This is the kind of game I usually come back to just randomly on my own once every several years and end up doing like a full playthrough in one sitting. Well, not really every couple of years at this point, but I used to. I guess it's technically been 5 or 6 years now since my last run. Hey Wayne, and hey Danielle, Girl Geek, welcome back. Hey, Scott, welcome back. I'm actually doing pretty well on health, which is nice. That one E-Tank just really helps a lot. Alright, that's where we want to go. Dragon says he's been itching to do an NES Strider run lately. You know, I've barely played through that. I tried it, oh, you gotta be kidding me. You gotta be freaking kidding me. I don't have my bombs yet. I've already forgotten where to get the bombs. Alright. I guess we're gonna have to go back to our blue area. Or all the way down, actually. Yeah, we're gonna have to go all the way down. Alrighty. The Dragon Breath, hey, thanks for joining up as a member. I appreciate that. I'm going to be trying to do more... No, granted, they're going to be really, really simple because, you know, they're not going to be public to everybody, but I'm trying to do more videos that are member exclusive. Try to give you guys a little more for your money. Alright, so we're all the way down at the bottom. This might be where we get our missiles, actually. Leo says he just double-checked Metroid, and the palette change is definitely gone now. Hopefully it gets added back, since it's a cool feature. Wayne says, any gaming New Year's resolutions? Not really. Try to do more regular videos as opposed to live streams all the time. Yep, there's our missile. Alright, now we gotta go back. Hey Mario, welcome back. Oh yeah, Tony mentioned NES Strider again. He says he's played it too. Yeah, I actually tried playing NES Strider sometime last year, fired it up. Got to, like, the second area, which is like a desert type of place. It's the farthest I've ever been in that game, so... You know, I definitely want to go back to it and try to figure it out. I think a lot of you guys would like seeing a playthrough of that. Alright, so let's pull up our map. I definitely want to go to the left first. We'll go ahead and knock this out. Missiles are really good for these flying guys, but I need 5 missiles to open up the door, so... Unless they change that in this version. Yep, still 5 missiles. Long beam. Darren says, I have 14 unopened Switch games and I keep adding to the collection. Did you ever accumulate a large backlog? Oh, always. Always, always, always. I mean, I've heavily downsized my physical collection, but I still have a lot of physical games. A lot of them I'm probably never going to even play. Yeah, so this is nice. We've got long-range firepower now. Makes our life a little bit easier. Now I need to grind out for some missiles, though. There's 2. we've got 4. Eventually our missile count's gonna be pretty large. Alright, we're good. So this is just to kind of show you, like I was trying earlier, where we eventually need to go to in order to beat the game. Yep, and just like the original, we're capped out at 5 to start. I love this, like, this main tune in the game. It's a classic. All-time great. The game gets very moody after this point, though. Yeah, so you can just hold R to use your missiles. That's kind of nice. No hitting select anymore. But yeah, we have to fight 2 bosses, Kraid and Ridley. And they've got their own hideouts that we have to go to. Alright, give me some missiles, please. There we go. Alright, back down. Super Robot Ed, you are indeed correct. Yeah, it's a fellow named Infidelity. Ported this game and a few other NES games to the Super Nintendo. Keep pressing start to bring up my map, but that's not how it works. Oh, okay, so going all the way down leads us to Kraid's Lair. For some reason I thought Kraid's Lair was somewhere else, but we're gonna have to get the bombs to get to Kraid. And we're gonna have to get the bombs in order to get upwards to that top right area too. Tony says he's done Mega Man 4. Has he? That's interesting, because I didn't see that on his Patreon and stuff like that. Yeah, I'll look into that. I would like to get that. That would be cool. Apparently he's working on Mega Man 1 right now. I don't see as much purpose to stuff like Mega Man, you know, and whatnot. It's mostly just a music thing. Probably some couple of quality of life improvements. I'm going to assume maybe like instant weapon switching with shoulder keys or something like that. But Metroid, like, you've got this auto map and you can save it anywhere you want. Like, that's nice. Oh, he's done 2 and 4 already. Oh, geez. All right, I'll have to get those. Maybe later tonight I'll go searching for them. Try them out on my own time. Yeah, I'll be curious to see what else he added to those ones. But yeah, like I said, if anyone that wants to grab these, you can check the links in the description box. I've got a link to his Twitter page and whatnot. Uh-oh, that's not good. All right. There we go. You have to sink all the way down, then jump. Hey, AMD Mister, welcome back. Yeah, I wonder if, like, the Mega Man ones will have multiple soundtracks as well. I think that's probably one of the things I like the most about this version, is it's not just, like, not just the orchestral soundtrack. There's, you know, you got the Zero Mission soundtrack and the Disk System original. That's actually really cool. A lot of flexibility, you know? Ah, there's our bomb. Alright, very nice. So with that, we can now place bombs. Leo, we can try Zelda later tonight. I have that so while I grabbed this today, I went ahead and also got DuckTales and Zelda. So we can try that later tonight. Alright, so if I recall correctly, I think there's actually the Ice Beam out here. Yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to grab that, actually. Enemies will take longer to kill, but it's not something that's ever bothered me. I'd rather just freeze them and move on. So we do that by bombing around here. I thought. Where is it? There it is. Okay. Probably gonna need some missiles, though. Yeah, the auto map helps a ton. Like, I was thinking to myself earlier, like, oh man, which vertical shaft do I go down? But you don't even have to experiment, you just pull up the auto map, it's like, oh, I can easily tell which one I'm supposed to do, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, so I learned just recently that you can actually get the Ice Beam elsewhere in the game. You don't have to come here to get the Ice Beam. I always thought you had to come here, but apparently not. Alright, so we're gonna have to sit on this. There we go. And if I wanted to, I could really just, instead of going to the left, I can go to the right. We've got the Ice Beam now. So one shot will freeze the enemy, another shot will unfreeze them, but you'll do some damage. And you can sit on top of enemies and bomb them, which is kind of nice. But the Ice Beam makes things a lot safer when it comes to traversal. Alright, just freeze these guys. These purple ones, you could actually kill them with missiles. Obviously, as you can see, your freeze is limited. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Okay, come on up here. Oh, great. This isn't gonna work. Okay. Yeah, that's not gonna work either. Obviously, this is a little more tricky. Come on up a little bit higher. Okay, so this was a bad idea. I don't remember this being this difficult. And you've got to bait that green enemy a little bit higher. There it is. Got it. Okay. Probably not worth it, but we did it. At least I was able to show it's possible. You know, one thing I never really did as a kid when I played this game is use bombs as weapons. But the bombs are actually pretty powerful, you know, come to find out. Yeah, I think these guys also spawn in more frequently in this version. So you can, when you grind out for health and whatnot, it's a little bit easier to do that. I mean, I could be wrong. Like I said, it has been a while since I played the original. You know, it's an energy tank. I was like, why am I even doing that? Scott says, psh, worth it. Use our bombs to get us up a little bit higher. Ooh, I might not actually... No, I can. Enemies can fit in there, so I can fit. We'll see if we can potentially sequence break and get... I don't remember if it's the screw attack or like the Varia suit or something. Now we can carry 10 missiles. Alright, let's see. I haven't done this in a while. Oh, you know what? I think I have to maybe bait that guy up. Alright, there it is. How many times do I think I've done a playthrough of Metroid? Woo! Probably at least 10 times over the years. Yeah, I've got to bait that guy upwards. I mean, it is possible to bomb your way up, but I'm no good at that. And actually, there is one thing you can do with bombs. Oh. Oh! Oh, that was awesome. We got it. Hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about. I've never done that before, actually. Yeah, I've never been very good with just bombing up. I mean, you can go to pretty tall heights with it, just bombing. Ah, it is the various suit. Awesome. Okay, I thought maybe it was a screw attack. So we're gonna take less damage now from enemies, which is great. Garsh asks, what's new in Revision E? The README says, reworked the start-exit portions to remove push-pull processor, replace with... Okay, so it's, you know, back-end stuff. Made it so random number generators run every NMI frame, fixing killed Metroid game crashes. I guess there were game crashes that could result from some of the random number generator stuff. R button disabled during elevator transitions. It would mess up areas. Yeah, that's all that's different in revision E, apparently, from previous revisions. Alright, so now we're going to be able to go elsewhere. Alright, max missiles. Well, for now. Dragon says, what we call sequence breaking nowadays, I just thought was how are you supposed to play to beat a game back in the 80s. Yeah. Yeah, experimenting was always, like, part of the fun in games like these in particular. Alright, let's not do Kraid's Lair first. We're gonna save that for later on in the playthrough. So what we'll do is we'll go to Norfair. Yeah, like Dragon says, it was guerrilla gaming. You beat it any way you could. Absolutely. You know, I would take advantage of damage boosts. I would take advantage of warp zones like in Super Mario Brothers, or... you know. In Metroid, you know, you grind out on these spawners, which some people refused to back in the day. But no, it's a part of the game. If it's in the game, it's fair. It's fair game. Garsh says, has anyone talked about the left-facing Samus sprites? No, I did not. Did she not do that in the original game? Did he update her sprite? That's actually pretty cool. Wasn't she, like, mostly completely flat in the original game? That's actually really awesome. It's a nice addition. It was mirrored in the original. Okay. Oh, you know what? Oh, crap. I didn't go down far enough. I wasn't paying attention. I was looking at chat. Thought I was at the right door. Sorry, guys. Glad I'm not playing a driving game. Otherwise, like, I'd be crashing into everything. I'm actually tempted to kind of go back and get that one E-Tank from the beginning of the game. I don't think I need the high jump boots for it. Let's see. You know, just to make the future areas a little bit easier, might as well give myself a little boost. I know it's there to refresh your character late on in the game, but I don't think I'm gonna really need it for that. Let's just do that first. You get it by using the ice beam. I guess technically you could bomb your way to the ceiling, but like I said, I'm terrible at that, so... Let's see. Okay, definitely going the right way. Going to need to bait one of these flying guys. I might have to use the one on the other side. Yeah, because there's only that one. Alright, let's see if we can get him down here. No, that's not gonna work. I might actually need the high jump boots. Oh, I got it. Nice. Awesome. Yeah, I really like the jingle in the Famicom Disk System version. That's nice. Yeah, like I said, I'm not gonna bother with Kraid's Lair right now. Alright, so we'll go to Norfair. Alright, we go all the way down. Take some hits, I don't really care. I'm noticing that, like, when I fire, a lot of times it's doing, like, multiple shots back to back, which I don't want to do with the Ice Beam. I just want to hit an enemy once, freeze them like that, and just move on with my life. Making a staircase. Staircase of ice. Oops. Alright, down to Norfair. And then Norfair leads you to Ridley's lair. And since we have a map now, we don't have to really explore this whole place. And I might still do it anyway. Look at that, it's all mapped out for you. So if you wanted to go to Ridley, you literally go right and you go all the way down. But I'd probably be good to try to grab those missile doors anyway. Get some upgrades. And this is where having the Ice Beam comes in handy. Freeze them. Ooh, hit detection's a little wonky. I mean, that's just standard for Metroid. Hey, Jason, welcome back. Did they add beam stacking in this? That's a good question, actually. I don't know. Maybe somebody else out there in chat can answer that. Oh, you know what? I think this is a dead end. Oh, I got it. Okay, no, the missile door is on this side. Okay. That was on the other side. Enemies can still hurt you during transitions. Yep, there's the ice beam. Okay, so it looks like you can actually cut through on this one. Okay, that's nice. Leo says there's 7 optional patches you can apply. Okay, yeah, we don't have those patches applied as far as I'm aware. Or do we? I have no idea. I'm overthinking this. Should probably just jump up like this. Yep. That's fine. I take damage, but whatever. Keep hitting start to bring up my menu, but that's not how you bring it up. Man, that one takes a lot of hits. Oh, you know, Garsh, you're probably correct. I just realized that there is the menu system. So we probably can activate them both at the same time. Yeah, that makes sense. More missiles. Alright, so that's worth it. I'm still hitting select. It's like, dude, you got this really nice upgrade. Just hold R. It's like, I'm not used to holding R. My NES doesn't have an R button. Mind's blown. For anybody that's curious, the main button layout is B and Y. So B is jump, and Y is attack. It's a really good button layout. You don't have the new menu Samus graphics. Yeah, I think that was just released recently. I think I saw a tweet about that just the other day. That might be a separate patch you have to apply. And more missiles. Holy crap, that's a lot of missiles. Yeah, it's definitely good exploring. Now, based on the retrospectives I've watched recently, apparently when you beat bosses in this, you get like a crap ton of missiles. And, so you don't even have to really get the missile power-ups. You can get like hundreds of missiles, and you go straight to Tourian. Dragon says you get 75 missiles. That's it? I thought it was more than that. Alright, bring up the map. Let's go all the way over to the left. 75 per boss. Okay. Yeah, for some reason I thought it was more than that, but yeah, you're probably right, and I'm probably wrong. Given how long it's been since I've gone through this game on my own. Did I just get hit by something? That was weird. Garsh says 76 is an official crap ton. Yeah, I don't know. I forgot like how many missiles it takes to destroy Mother Brain. Because that was something that would happen a lot, though. I'd run out of missiles on Mother Brain, which is a problem. Yeah, Cedar Valley, I'm not sure. That's what I'm wondering right now. I'm not sure how many hits she takes. Oh. Dragon says potentially 120-ish. That's a lot of missiles. That's a lot of shots. And... Alright, that's weird. Map is showing a way down or over, but there's nothing there. Oh, you know, I have no idea. No, okay, I was just looking at chat again, not paying attention to where I was. It's kind of embarrassing, actually, jeez. There we go. Let's see. Oh, yep, no cutting over there. See, now I'm really curious about the whole, you know, getting a ton of missiles after fighting a boss. I'm starting to think maybe we should save both bosses like back to back. That way, like, we can get a ton of missiles and hopefully not have any problems at the end of the game. But that would mean that I'd have to go all the way through these areas again. Well, not really all the way through these areas, because there are shortcuts to the bosses. Maybe it actually wouldn't be that bad. Oh, that's a good observation. I completely didn't even notice that. Like, the lack of slowdown. You still get flicker and that stuff, but no slowdown is, pretty nice, actually. Cedar Valley says you farm missiles from Metroids just before Mother Brain. Yeah, but doesn't the, like, the 70-ish missiles you get from boss fights, doesn't that, like, override your max limit or something? So, like, I would get max missiles, then go to a boss fight, and then go over my limit. Dragon just says no. Chat's a little delayed, so I don't know what you're responding no to. It increases capacity. So it will go over my max capacity. Since you say it increases capacity. But yeah, I didn't know Metroids gave 30 missiles. How many missiles do they usually take to kill Because you freeze them and then you shoot them with missiles, right? It's been a while, but I think that's what you're supposed to do. Oh, when you kill bosses, it increases your missile capacity by 75. Okay, so it'll actually permanently increase that. Okay, so then I don't have to go back to the bosses then and try to get creative with, you know, extending my limit. I thought you'd still have the same hard limit based on, like, the missiles that you had, and it would just temporarily boost over that number. So, alright, that's good to know. See, you know, it's almost 40 years later, and I'm still learning new things about Metroid. The game is a lot deeper than I think people give it credit. It's only 5 per Metroid to kill them. Okay. That's worth it then. So you can just grind out on Metroids then. Okay. Good advice, guys. Good advice. So you're basically getting 25 missiles for every Metroid you kill. Using R is still throwing me off. I'm trying to get used to it. Alright, there's nothing over there. The auto map really helps a lot because, I mean, as you can see, Metroid, it looks very samey for much of the game. And so it's very easy to get lost in this game. I got lost plenty of times as a kid. Brian says, I could never speedrun this game. Or any game. I mean, that's... okay, that's a different topic. But... the speedrunning Metroid would actually be kind of interesting because you don't really have to play the whole game. You really just... okay, let me rush to all the E-tanks, let me get some missile upgrades, and then let me kill the bosses and have all those missiles that you get from getting upgraded there. And then you just go to the end of the game. Hey, Vince, what's going on? He says this map is such a nice addition. It really is. Go ahead and save it. I mean, I'm almost tempted to just do that, just like go straight to Ridley, instead of exploring these areas. But I think exploring the areas will probably be good for just the end game, really. Having as many missiles as I can get. High jump boots. Darsh says he grew up on arcade games and Atari 2600, so this time he never even had the idea of playing to the finish. Yeah, that was one thing that was really brought in with the later 8-bit era, like NES and Master System, is having a lot of games where the goal is no longer getting a high score, but actually seeing, like, the end screen. High jump boots are so nice. Nice thing about having health backups is that you don't have to worry about taking hits too much. Let's come up here first. Hey, Pure, welcome back. You know, a lot of these area soundtracks actually sound just like the NES game. Oh geez, Screw Attack already. Oh man. This is gonna make the game a lot easier. Alright, nothing over there. Screw Attack is such a good power-up. Hey, Salty Dagger, welcome to the stream. First time watcher from Germany, totally enjoy it. Awesome. Well, welcome to the stream. Look at that. Look at that. That is awesome. Actually, don't even need to freeze the enemies now. Just jump right into them. Nope, doesn't work on those guys. Alright, so using the map. Oof. Jeez, that's a long track. Probably just for 5 missiles, I'm guessing. Yeah, just straight over. Hey, Andres, welcome to the stream. These look like gumdrops. Or whatever they call them. Alright. I guess I have to bomb there. Oh geez, there too. Pure, yeah, I mean, when this game came out, it was like 86 in Japan, I believe. Resources were fairly limited, and then I think it came out the next year in North America. This was before, like, you know, a lot of memory mappers and stuff like that on the console, so resources were pretty thin. But yeah, if this had come later on NES, they definitely would have had a special animation for it. We would have also had backgrounds and stuff like that, most likely. You know, if this came out in like 1993 with Kirby's Adventure or something, yeah, it would look totally different than how it does. It's still, I think it's still good though, you know? It's got a very foreboding atmosphere. Alright, so that was an E-Tank. That was actually worth the trip. There we go. Nice. Oh, very nice. Yeah, no, unfortunately I don't. Yeah, thank you, Andres. I'm doing well, and I'm glad you love the channel. That's awesome. Hell yeah. Hope you're enjoying the stream. And thanks for that, Dragon. I appreciate that. Hey, Brian, welcome back. I love that I can just cut through those hard enemies that I can't be destroyed. That's nice. Yes, there are multiple Brians. I was responding to one that typed last, so. Brian says he played through this on New Year's Eve. Quite possibly his favorite NES game. Very nice. Did you play the ROM, or sorry, the Super Nintendo conversion that we're doing right now, or did you do the NES original? Original NES version, very nice. That's how real men play Metroid. Darren says, I watched Castlevania Nocturne. He understands what I mean by the odd animation in the last episode. Yep. Very cool that you watched through it. I did like the series overall, but it seemed like a downgrade from the first one in multiple ways. But it was still, as a Castlevania fan, it was still worth watching. I'll probably watch it again sometime, or buy it on Blu-ray whenever it comes out. Alright, let's see. Alright, we're in the right spot. Scott, you're talking the Player's Choice one? Yeah, the re-release of Metroid. I don't think they did anything to the gameplay in that. Like, I don't think they made any tweaks. I think it was literally just a re-release. More budget-friendly re-release. Alright, that's a dead end. You also used your original, your Nintendo official player's guide while playing. Okay. Those player's guides were awesome. They'll get you unstuck pretty quick. Dragon says the Metroid re-release on NES, only the label is different. Okay. Ooh, just barely made it. I just noticed that Samus makes a sound when you aim up. I don't remember that in the original game. I wonder if that's a Disk System exclusive. Garch says, I wish I had my original label copy. Okay, we do not want to... You know, this would be a good time to save. I don't even know if it's possible to recover if I fall down one of those really long corridors. Mario, you're talking about the re-release of Metroid. Yeah. That's the yellow cover. I think I only have the original silver one right now. However, I think I do have the Punch-Out re-release. Oh, nice. Wave beam. Very nice. Oh, yeah, pure. No, I understand that. Yeah, the Famicom has more sound channels. Yeah. That's why that's probably why there's more sound effects. Like, for, like, kind of, like, mundane things, like Samus moving her arm up or down. But yeah, your question has been answered, Dragon. We get wave and ice at the same time. Which is actually very awesome. Brian says Punch-Out's not the same without Tyson. I agree. I agree. I mean, still an awesome game. Don't get me wrong. Scott says NES games are going up in price. I don't know about that, Scott. I feel like NES games have started to plateau, and some of them have even come down a little bit. Some of the more common games have dropped a little bit. Uh-oh. They're still high, don't get me wrong. Like, they're still higher than any of them really have any right to be, in my opinion. But I don't think they're as high as they were a few years ago. For certain games. Wow, all that just for a missile pack. I was hearing sometime last year that resellers at like retro conventions have said NES interest is actually kind of waning. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with that market. As someone that does buy NES games. Well, at least we basically did the whole area, and that's kind of cool. Whoops. Jason, yeah. Yep, I remember the Virtual Console. I bought a lot of NES games back then. Most of them are on my Wii U now, because I transferred all that stuff to my Wii U back when that was new. To go to the left. You know, I feel like there's not nearly as much flicker as there is in the original game. I thought I saw flicker earlier, but now I'm starting to doubt myself. Like, that's a really nice improvement, too, if that is the case. Yeah, one thing I will say, Scott, regarding NES prices is the games that are less common, they're still really, you know, up there in price, but I think the more common games that did see spikes, like cartridge-only Contra was like $45 or $50 for a long time. I think those have dropped a little bit. You can get those a little bit cheaper. But something like a Mega Man 5 or a Ninja Gaiden 3 or something, those are still pretty pricey. Am I attempting to get every item? It's not really intentional, but I think I'm going to. Just because this game isn't that long. So I might as well. Might as well show off everything. It's not gonna hurt things. Brandon asks, do I still have all the games I purchased on Virtual Console? Yeah. For both my Wii and Wii U. Yeah, they're all on the same console now. And actually, I do have, I did buy some backups on my mom's Wii, and then, I bought a couple more on my primary Wii after I transferred the stuff over to the Wii U. Like, I rebought Dracula X and, Castlevania, Adventure Rebirth before the shop went down. Just to have those games in multiple places. Alright, let's see. Alright, we're gonna move on to Ridley's Lair. Yeah, Pure, my Wii U works perfectly fine. Yeah, thankfully I've had, no issues with either of my... Jeez, do I have 4 Wii U's? I think I have 4 Wii U's. Alright. That's still pretty cool art. It's really basic, but it still looks neat. Yeah, I agree, Brian. Wii U was underrated. It was a good console, and it's a shame people didn't warm up to it. But hey, at least we have the Switch now, so... Alright, so if I'm gonna get everything, then it looks like I can just loop all the way around. That's nice. This whole area just loops around on itself, so that's good. We'll do that. So we'll go left. Carl says, I loved the Wii U. Hell yeah. Let's see. Okay, that's not gonna drop me down. Oh, actually, I'm thinking of the place in Kraid's Lair. Creepy music. Just taking hits left and right. Alright, missile upgrade. Dragon says, conversely, I think the Switch is overrated. I don't think it's overrated. I mean, it's popular for a reason, you know? Alright, let's see. Alright, dead end. And the Switch has, like, a gigantic library right now. It's got a lot of really good games on it. Brian says he played Fusion and Zero Missions for the first time on his Wii U. Yeah, the Game Boy Advance emulation on Wii U is actually really nice. M2 did that emulator. Oh, come on. Alright, there we go. Yeah, I understand that, Leo, but you know what? That could be by design. You know, because one of the big Wii U complaints was how slow the operating system was. As much as I like the background music and stuff like that, I do love that the Switch is just mega snappy when you're going through just your games list and whatnot. Maybe folders would be nice, but I do like that things like system updates go extremely fast. Loading into the console is extremely fast. Oh, and you know what? I think I'm supposed to actually go down below. I forgot about that. Yeah, I can't do that. Let's see. I think I have to bomb more towards the beginning. I guess one thing about the Switch is that they haven't really messed with the HUD at all, or the menu system, since the thing came out. Like, it's not really changed at all. Which is kind of weird. Alright, so I forgot. Okay. Yeah, there's actually like a troll pit right there. It throws you all the way back down. But I mean, if we're just judging a console based on its games, like, the Switch has a much, much, much larger library than something like the Wii U, and, I mean, even compared to its other consoles, there's a lot of stuff on it that just doesn't come out on PlayStation or Xbox. There's a lot of, like, a wide range of your more AAA style releases from, like, Nintendo and whatever, and lots of indie games on it. Okay, I was going to just circle all the way... let's just go down. Speaking of which, I need to fire up Metroid Dread, since I was loaned a copy of that by my brother. Speaking of which, he actually got his own first Switch this week. So he's playing Breath of the Wild for the first time. And he's like, yeah, this is really good. I was like, yeah, man, you missed out. I had offered to let him, like, borrow one of my Wii U's, because I have a bunch of them, so he could play that game, but he never took me up on the offer. But better late than never. Go all the way back up to the top, just clear everything in. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna have to go back up that way anyway after we beat Ridley. Screw attack. Such a good ability. I don't even have to shoot anymore. Just jump into enemies. And that is definitely a dead end. So this doesn't actually loop all the way around like that. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Okay. Thought I was being clever. You know, one thing I want to see on the Switch, I want to see an F-Zero GX remaster. I really thought they were going to do that after doing Metroid Prime, which is apparently just an amazing way to play the game. Yeah, we passed F-Zero GX's 20th anniversary. People were thinking like, oh man, they're gonna do a remaster of that. No, they did a brand new game on the Switch Online service, which is, I don't know, it's okay. I've tried to get into it, but it's just not what I was hoping for. That is one thing I will complain about with the Switch, though, is Nintendo taking like these new unique concepts like Mario 35 and then taking them offline. So you can't even play them anymore. And Mario 35 was like the best thing I had played in a very, very long time. And I'm a little hesitant to do F-Zero 99 if they're just going to take it offline too. Alright. Ridley. Sweet. I don't remember if there's anything down here. I guess not. Thanks for the GG, DG. Oh, interesting. I just walk on top of that. Okay. Thanks for the GG, Freddy. Oh, sneaky. So here's some actual lava there. Hey, Yak, welcome back. Alright, so one of our two main bosses is out of the way. Now we can go back and go to Kraid's Lair. Yeah, gosh. No, really, the map is amazing in this. It makes me not even have to really think all that much. It's more about just playing the game and, you know, relying on my eye-hand coordination and whatnot. I think I could have actually bombed down below as well. Let's see. Oops. Alright, go all the way up. And we go to the left again. You know what? There's probably not actually much there. I'm just gonna go ahead and just exit. Yeah, let's just do that. I think we'll be fine. Hey, liberal arts guy, what's going on? Alright, all the way back up. So I can just go up to the right, and then... Okay, that's pretty easy. Oh, sorry to hear that, liberal arts guy. The flu is no fun. Hope you feel better soon. Uh-oh, that's a problem. Darren says, I'm not into console war and fanboy stuff. Yeah, me too. I let that go in the early 90s. Felt like I was kind of unique as a kid in that regard, because like there was a point where I just stopped thinking that way. Getting Sega consoles after having Nintendo consoles for 8 years helped. Then I could love both sides of the war. Alright, let me just go all the way back up. Oops. Ah, messed that up. Alright, one more floor. And this should be it. I think it's something else, liberal arts guy. You know, it's this. It's sort of like the sports mentality, or it's even like the politics mentality. A lot of people are taught to kind of think in black and white, and you have to choose sides instead of, you know, formulating opinions for themselves. And so we had kids that ended up like defending like the purchases their parents made for them. And, you know, they carry that into adulthood. And, yeah, I've never been a fan of it myself, honestly. You know, especially once you start branching out. And for me, it was having friends that had Sega stuff. Like, I had friends that had an NES and Super Nintendo, but they also had a Genesis. And I had also played Master System growing up. I had friends down the street that had SMS consoles along with NES. You know, it's having access to the stuff, really. And then once, like, you start just playing a variety of things and you start experimenting, it's like, oh, all this stuff is really cool, you know? Why am I crapping on something else? Just, I don't know. It's just a, you know... just a way of thinking, you know? You gotta just outgrow that. A lot of people haven't. You look at, you know, sports rallies, you know, sports games and whatever, and people are freaking fighting each other for something they have literally zero control over. It's kind of disgusting. And then, you know, people take that mentality and they apply it to video games. One of my brother's roommate, actually, he is such a staunch Sony supporter. He will never play anything on Xbox, ever. He's never owned an Xbox, never owned an Xbox 360, never touched an Xbox One. He has no idea what's on it. And it's just, you can't have, like, a good conversation just about video games with this guy, because it always turns into, like, flame war, console war BS. It's just, dude, you're almost 40, and you're still living in this mindset, man. And he's missing out on a lot of really good games, too. Although the funny thing is, he did get a Switch recently, and because he loves Metroid Prime from the GameCube. And I think that's, like, aside from Metroid Dread, that's, like, the only game he owns. Alright, Kraid's Lair. So maybe he's opening up slowly, but... Pure says, I hate console boring, just play whatever you want. He doesn't care what people play, it doesn't matter much. You're not going to get everything everywhere. It's not realistic to think that. Yeah, totally. Alright, Kraid's Lair does not seem to be as large. I don't know if there are any decent items up this way, but we're gonna find out. Hey, I'm maxed out on E-tanks, too. I mean, really what I could do is just probably go straight to Kraid and then just get out of this place. We got a Stucky. Ben says this is his favorite Metroid tune. Yeah, I guess there's just really nothing in those rooms. I mean, I guess theoretically, everything is marked on the map. I mean, if there's like a missile power-up or something, or missile upgrade, it should be marked with a dot on the screen. I wasn't really entirely sure if that was the case 100% of the time until now. Alright, back down. And that's just a floor. Make a console war veteran t-shirt. Oh man. I don't think I'd have it in me to wear that. Actually, I don't wear a lot of video game t-shirts, believe it or not. And the ones I do are just of like my favorite games or something. Like I've got a Dracula X t-shirt, the Japanese Rondo of Blood logo, and then I've got a Radiant Silvergun shirt. I think I do have a Super Nintendo shirt. Came from the Nintendo store in New York. That one's pretty nice. But I would never wear a shirt that says, like, gamer. That's, like, super cringe to me. I love video games, but I don't like being dubbed a gamer. I'm so cool, dude. I play video games. Like... It's hip to be a gamer now. I went to Hobby Lobby over the weekend, and they have like all these framed pictures you can get. And they've got a bunch of signs that it's just like, I'm a gamer, blah 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 blah. Gamer this, gamer that. Like, ugh. I wanted to vomit. It's so cringe. Alright, we have to go back. Alright, 1, 2, nope, nope. I did not mean to do that. My mom actually got me a t-shirt for Christmas, and it was something like one of those NES controller shirts where it's like certified gamer or something like that, and I was like, ah, shit, I'm never gonna wear this out in public. As much as I love the NES, so I'm gonna use it as like a shirt for you know, when I'm just like lounging about the house or the apartment, whatever. At least it has an NES controller on it, though. You know, if it was like an Xbox controller, I probably would have actually vomited. Not that I don't like the Xbox controller. I love them, actually, but I don't know. It's just like... It's just not... It's not me. Hey, V-Chill, welcome back. So, I mean, it only looks like there's a couple of items left, and I don't need any E-tanks, because I've got the maximum amount already, so we'll just drop straight down and just go to Kraid. Why not? Oh, that's right. Oh, I messed it up. Oh. Well, that works too. Jason asks, how are your cats doing? They're doing great. Milo was in here in the beginning of the stream, kind of being a little rascal, making lots of noise by himself for some reason. But I think they both passed out. Dragon says there are some console war veteran shirts out there. Oh, jeez. I'll have to Google those later, just to see. Garsh says one of the optional patches lets Samus collect all 8 energy tanks. Oh, awesome. See, that would be really awesome if those patches were able to be integrated into the actual full release. And then just have, like, toggles for them. That would be nice. I mean, I'm not sure how possible that would be. Dragon says I would rock one just to see what reactions I get. I like being pretty minimalistic with my clothing. Uh-oh, that's not good. And that was fast. Okay. I walk around in boxers too. No, I don't actually do that. I always have pants on in my apartment. That is a little obtuse. Nope, not working. You know what? I don't need that anyway. Who cares? I meant minimalistic Dragon, as in, like, I don't wear a lot of shirts with, like, patterns anymore. Stuff like that. If I am, it's, like, it's probably, like, one of those couple of retro gaming shirts that I was talking about. Like Radiant Silvergun or Dracula X. I do have some Gameplay and Talk hoodies. Sometimes I'll wear those out, too. But aside from that, I don't really have a lot of clothing with, like, words on it and stuff like that, and... Oh. Ugh! Now, granted, I do have actually quite a few t-shirts from the brewery I'm a regular at, so... Because I'll be drunk and then I'll buy a t-shirt on the way home. So there is that. Generally, I'm pretty straightforward with my clothing choices. Yeah, I'm not, like, this, you know, getting a little personal, but I'm not one of those guys that, like, roams around my apartment without, like, a shirt on or something, or, like, in just the underwear, like, and I like always, like, being showered and, like, clean and whatnot. It's just my preference. So one of the first things I do every day, unless I'm gonna work out in the beginning, is I take a shower, like, immediately. And then I get just fully dressed. It kind of helps me mentally, too. I like coming out after a fresh shower. Feeling, like, you know, awake. Yeah, so we're actually gonna be going to the last stretch of the game. This could be a little irritating. It's funny like these. Oh, I was gonna say those doors were open automatically. I remember seeing in like Nintendo Power, you could bomb your way up there, and that would be a lot easier to do if you could. In Super Metroid, you can jump, then go into your morph ball from the air, which is really nice. But you can't do that in this one. Oh, wear the pretentious YouTuber shirt. But you know what's funny? I don't think it's that pretentious, because it's like, yeah, it's got my channel name on it, but it's just showing video game clips. So it's like, it's kind of like celebrating video games. You know, I had you know, one of my, you know, pinball guys I know, you know, he commented on it and he like complimented it. Because he didn't notice, he didn't see it as like a YouTube promotion thing. It was just like, oh man, I see all like these recognizable games that I played before. Like, he thought it was cool. So. But if it was like, if it was like my face on it, like a caricature of my my face, you know, then I'd be like, and it was like Gameplay and Talk, best gamer on the internet, or something stupid like that. I'd be like, yeah, that is definitely pretentious. But my shirts are generally not, I think. I don't know. Maybe I'm a little biased. I try to be humble, you know? I don't think I could ever have a shirt like that, where it's like my face plastered on something, or some attempted catchy phrase. Like, no, I just can't. I can't do that. It's not me. Hey, society. Yes, you missed most of the stream. We're actually gonna be wrapping up here in probably 10 to 15 minutes, I'm guessing. Unless I die. Well, then again, like, I've got saves. So Vince says that would actually be pretty funny, having a caricature with the quote, best gamer on the internet. Yeah, stuff like that is so cringe to me, man. It's unbelievably cringe. I'm not even close to, like, the best gamer on the internet. I don't have a lot to lay claim to in terms of gamer fame or whatever. It's like, you know, maybe with Doom and Quake, like, I'm really good at those games, and maybe some Castlevania. You know, you guys have seen me play through those a ton, but I'm more of like a jack of all trades, you know? Alright, there we go. You know, good at a lot of games, but a master of none. Because I want to explore as many games as possible, and play as many games as possible before I die. You know, it's like, I don't want to spend my whole life trying to master, like, one thing. Be, like, the actual best at something, or... You know, you know what, let's go ahead and do this. Gonna need to grind out a little bit here. Alright, that's 10. Shmup Master? I'm not a Shmup Master. No, there are way better Shmup players. 100%. Again, like, I'm good at Shmups. Probably better than most people. Because I've been playing them since I was a kid, and I've gotten into all the subgenres and bullet hells and stuff like that. But I'm not one of those guys that's going out and, like, 1C scene, like, cave shmups, you know? Shmups by Cave, I mean. Or other Danmaku and Bullet Hell games. Okay, so... Metroids are not giving me missiles, guys. I might have to go back out and grind out. Yeah, they're just giving me health. Yeah, this is not looking good. Gonna run out of missiles, too. More health. Use bombs to get them off of you. There we go. Street Fighter 2 Master? No, I'm not a Street Fighter 2 Master. There are fighting game players out there that are infinitely better than I am. You know, I played a lot back in the day, especially in the early 2000s. Oh, there we go. Now we finally got some missiles. Whoops. Get off of me, please! Thank you. Alright guys, drop some missiles, please. Come on. Hey, there's a missile. Well, we might be grinding out for a while. Yeah, I don't want to step into there just yet. I don't think I can get back out. Jeez. I wish there was, like, some code in here that was like, alright, if you're, maxed out on health, just always drop missiles. Alright, there's some more missiles. Freddy, no, definitely not an Outrun master either. Sorry, dude. I appreciate the compliments, but I don't think I'm a master of any of those games. And then when I do feel like I'm the master, Leo comes up and, like, demolishes me in online play in Outrun 2. Alright. Maybe some slightly better RNG now. I don't know what my max missile count is right now, though. $180 at least. $197. You know, we might be good, actually. $222. You know, let's go ahead and try to tackle it with 200. See what happens. Ah. $242. Okay. Painkiller Master. I'm okay. I mean, I'm decent at painkiller. I'll give you that one, Freddy. Okay, those things do a lot of damage. Alright, that's a little mean. What? I don't think we're gonna get this on our first try. These damn Cheerios. Cheerios of death. It's not even working. Did we actually get it? I think we got it. Well, Mother Brain doesn't even take that many hits. I thought she was going to take, like, at least 80 to 100, but it felt like it was more, like, closer to 40? 40 or 50? Escape sequence. Haven't heard this music in a long time. God, it was even in here. And I forgot that the platforms were so small. Alright. First try, guys. Oh, listen to that Famicom disc music. That sounds awesome. That took us a little over 2 hours. Okay, not too bad. With the map, I was honestly expecting it was going to take me a little bit of less time, but I did kind of thoroughly explore Norfair. Freddy, no. This is where Metroid 2 starts. Super Metroid follows up directly on Metroid 2, where Samus finds the baby Metroid. Oh, nice, Society. This is one of the first games you ever beat. Very nice. The SpaghettiOs are called Rinkas. Yeah, I meant to call it SpaghettiOs, not Cheerios. We used to call them SpaghettiOs back in the day. Thanks for the GGs, guys. I appreciate that. I like that they were able to modify the credits. That's pretty cool. All right, Garsh. Obviously, I don't know the timeline. Can you explain the timeline then? Metroid 1, 2, and 3. But I know for sure Super Metroid comes after Metroid 2, because they talk about it in the game. Metroid and Super Metroid are both on Zebus. Ooh, let's go ahead and save it. And we'll go ahead and hit the reset button. Freddy, we all thought Samus was a man until we beat the game. Or used the Justin Bailey passcode. It's one of the first games I could think of with a female protagonist. They all take place in order of release. That's what I thought. Okay, yeah, I thought it was Metroid, then Metroid 2, then Super Metroid. Okay, so I wasn't wrong, but you had me doubting myself. MD Mister says, apparently it's a girl on Mach Rider 2. He never saw the end of that. Yeah, I didn't play Mach Rider until around, like, 2000, 2001. MD Mister says, I wonder how feasible it is porting 2 to the SNES. Although, to be fair, you can just play 2 on the Super Game Boy, but, it would be cool to see Part 2 with, like, the same kinds of quality of life improvements. Mister says, but then we already have AM2R. I mean, we've got a couple of good Metroid 2 remakes. I mean, we got Samus Returns on 3DS. And, yeah. We got options. And then, of course, AM2R on PC. Yeah, I'll try to look into downloading that. I don't know how crazy that game's going to be. Maybe I'll just check a long play just to see kind of how long it is. But I definitely want to play it sometime, for sure. No, hopefully you guys enjoyed the playthrough, and like I said, if you want to try out, you want to try this out for yourself, if you got an emulator or a flash card or something like that, you can yeah, download it and just load it up to those devices, or just play it on your PC via an emulator, and yeah, it's pretty awesome. I'm glad I played through it. You know, I don't keep up with a lot of these hacks and ports and stuff like that. Because I am, in a way, I'm a little, kind of like traditional when it comes to this stuff. You know, like, I was like, you know what, do I really need to play Metroid on the Super Nintendo? But once I started thinking about, like, the map concept and then, you know, being able to play with other soundtracks, I was like, you know what, I think it's actually really awesome. Still not sure how I'm going to feel about stuff like the Mega Man ports, but I'll give them a try, and maybe I'll stream those here too. So I did get the Zelda port, so maybe you guys would like to see that on stream. I have thought about trying to play the first Zelda again, so yeah, maybe that would make for a fun little stream. So yeah, stay tuned for stuff like that. I will do other streams as well. Garsh says he couldn't get the soundtrack support working on his emulator. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure what the deal is with that. I know you have to have an emulator that supports MSU1 if you want the non-NES original music. So, but I haven't messed with SNES emulators in a very long time, so... Society says there's a PC Link's Awakening. What? Yeah, I didn't know about that. Play it on a modded Switch. I don't have a modded Switch. Although maybe... I don't know, Switches are a little too expensive for me to try to mod right now. If they ever become, like when the Switch 2 comes out, and if it's backwards compatible, which I assume it will be, if Switch 1 units start going down in price a lot, maybe I'll do that, but not right now. Leo says the PC Link's Awakening came out about 2 weeks ago. Okay. SNES 9X, when was the last time that was updated? That could be why. No, it says there was a last stable release of March 30th, 2023. I would assume there would be MSU1 support in that. God, the SNES 9X website is awful. There's ads in all 4 directions. Oh, I hate that, man. Well, going to their updates page, there's nothing about MSU1. Maybe it doesn't support it. Oh, no, these updates, that's... the developer's journal. This website's from 2006. This is not... Where's the, latest downloads? Let's see. Yeah, I think the SNES 9X just might not even support MSU1. That's why you can't get the music working. I would definitely try another emulator, unless there's a more recent, updated version of the emulator, but I can't... Just going to the SNES 9X website doesn't even... give like an updated, more recent version of it. Leo says he believes it has it. Leo says you can literally zoom out and see the whole world in Link's Awakening at once, fully animated. That sounds awesome. He says version 1.55 added support for the MSU1 enhancement chip. Okay, so just make sure you're at 1.55. Where do you get 1.55, Leo? Because if you go to SNES9X.com, it doesn't give you access to that. Oh, you know what? You have to go to their forums, I think. I noticed that they have a forum. 1.62.3 appears to be the latest. Interesting. Yeah, well, so I guess I'll just say make sure you've got the latest update. Here's the latest right now. I'll just post it in chat for anyone that wants to try SNES 9X. You have to copy and paste that. Apparently, YouTube's not going to make a link out of it, I guess. Emulation General Wiki for the links. Okay, so there's a wiki just for emulation. Garsh says, I usually get my emulators from Zophar's domain. Yeah, that's... I mean, I don't know if Zophar keeps that up to date, though. Let's see. Okay, it looks like Zophar has 1.60 on there, and it's it was updated in 2019, so you're a couple years behind if you got it from Zophar's domain. But yeah, if you have at least, if you got the latest version from there, then you should be fine. But like Leo said, I guess you got to be at 1.55, so just double check your version number. Yeah, no, you guys are making me feel old. I mean, I used to go to Zophar's domain all the time. Yeah, we were actually talking about that on the last stream from last week. I'm glad it's still up. Oh, you're 1.53. Oh, well, that explains things. Yeah, you need 1.55 at a minimum, apparently. So yeah, your version doesn't have MSU1 support. But if you don't just get like the latest, then you can just go there and get 1.60 from Zophar's domain. Or you can use the GitHub link for the absolute latest one. Zophar so good. Yep, no problem, Garsh. Well, at least we got to the bottom of it. Now we know why the MSU doesn't work on your emulator. Your emulator is just too old. You want some old emulators? I've got SNES 9X from the late 90s on a couple of my old laptops and whatnot. It's fun firing those up every now and then. I've got like Nesticle and Genesist by Bloodlust Software. That was great. Hey Dustin, welcome back. We just finished, so we're going to be wrapping up here in a couple minutes. Hey, thank you DG. I'm glad you enjoyed the stream. Let's go ahead and do our patron shoutouts and whatnot. But yeah, thank you guys for hanging out. I really appreciate it. Leo tried using Hygan/BSNES once. It took like an hour to get a game running. And it wasn't as smooth as he would like. Well, it's a shame to hear that. I've never used that one before, because by the time like I stopped using emulators, I was using real hardware again, and RGB, and blah blah blah. And then FPGA with like the Mister, and then the Super NT. So I haven't had a reason to use a SNES emulator in quite a while. DG says, try Messen S. It's really good. Society's still using ZSNES. When was the last time ZSNES was updated? I remember using that back in the day, too. I thought SNES 9X was like a version of ZSNES. ZSNES is old. Probably outdated too. I'd be curious to hear from people that actually use it. I wonder if there's like an updated version on forums too. Oh god, their ads are worse than SNES 9X's. Alright, I'm not... Oh, man. Zophar's got it right. He's got no... Well, he's got one ad. That's it. That's reasonable. All the other ones, they got like 4 ads. I don't want to click those. Yeah, I did like the ZSNES interface. Very easy. Alrighty guys, well that's going to do it for me. Thank you for hanging out. Thanks for chatting with me. I'll try to have the archive up in the next couple of days. I still have some older stream archives that I haven't published yet either, so I'll be rolling those out over the next week or two. Also, if you missed it, I did a backer Q&A video. It's basically a podcast-style video. So I'm going to link that in chat. Feel free to check that out. But yeah, that is going to do it for me. Thank you for hanging out. Again, links in the description box if you want to try to find a place to download this, to try it out for yourself. And yeah, until the next one, guys, take it easy. I'll catch you guys later.